we're going to have Alexander and video game
Great news. This scene is about how video game violence affects our guests in the modern world. Today we have Colton and Danny. Danny will be asked about how he knows about video game violence and how it affects the modern world, what he thinks about video game violence, and how it affects him.
Thanks, Bryson. Today we have a special guest. Let me introduce Danny.
Thanks, Colton.
So, Danny, since we're on the subject of video game violence, why don't you tell us about video game violence?
Although I'm not an expert on the subject, I know that sources like CNN, Fox News, and many other sources say that video games cause violent behavior.
Do you agree with this?
I do.
How does it affect the modern world?
It causes school and public shootings.
How does it affect you?
And makes me fear of modern society.
That's all the time we have. So thank you for watching, and now back to our producers.
I have gathered a few clips for the video to prove my point that video games cause violence. I have downloaded a few mobile games, aka games aimed at kids, to prove that I'm right.
A way that violence can be stopped is if there were more age restrictions on games like this. Violent behavior is going to be stopped if you listen to Danny. He will tell you us how this can be stopped.
Violence can be stopped by getting the person with issues mental help, make sure that they are healthy physically, and monitoring what their behavior is like.
Thank you, Danny. This has been very helpful to us.
And thank you for watching Straight Out of 6th Grade News.
for the warning. Next up we have Cole on social media.
Hi, my name is Cole Purdue. Hi, my name is Jordan New. And today we'll be talking about social media and how it's affecting our lives. It turns out over 88% of people use social media in America. Plus 300 million people have phones in the U.S., which means it's more tempting to use social media.
About 95% of teens in the U.S. and online and about 37% of young people between the ages of 12 and 17 have been bullied online. Girls are more likely than boys to both victims and perpetrators of cyberbullying. 42% of people get cyberbullied on Instagram than any other app.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How have you been today?
Pretty good. How have you been?
Pretty good.
Happy Friday, right?
Yeah. And it's basically still Halloween.
Agreed.
So, today we're going to be talking about a few questions about social media.
Mm-hmm.
So the first question is, how do you think the internet is affecting people's lives?
I do think the internet has affected people's lives. It's a lot different even from when I was a kid. Like, we didn't have access to all the things that you can now at your fingertips. I think a lot of times people might behave differently online than they would say at school. You know, they might talk differently. They may share pictures that they shouldn't. So yeah, I think it has affected it a little bit in a negative way.
Do you have any good ways it may have affected our lives?
Good ways, I think it is good to have information at your fingertips sometimes. Like, if you're online, a lot of us Google things, directions. I mean, I think we use our phone to look up all kinds of.
And you can stay in contact with people.
You can, a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yes, and even the homework now. Do you guys like that? Being online?
Yeah, it's easier.
Is it?
And my opinion personally is it kind of does affect our lives worse than I think it used to, because a lot more people are getting cyberbullied each year, and people are just doing stuff they shouldn't be, just in general.
My opinion on it is it's affected our lives because we aren't as what's the word for this? We aren't as up and going. We're just sitting around doing things and ordering things. But people back then, they would have to go everywhere. But nowadays, we're all just lazy couch potatoes.
Amazon can bring it right to your door,
Yeah.
right?
You can use your credit cards on
Yeah, that's a big problem too.
Oh, for games, like
Yeah.
buying things, yeah.
buying apps without your parents' permission.
People,
Internet
it's so much easier to get things without permission now.
In my opinion, it's bad because people can text random people that don't know. And they can give them like information like their email address, phone number, stuff like that.
Yeah, and my mom has been getting messages of people trying to hook up with her. Just like just random messages.
Yes, that they don't even know.
Yeah. So thank you for this answer.
Yes, thank you guys for interviewing me. This is an important topic.
This is hopefully gonna make it in.
All right.
So hi, Miss Mom. Hi. 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 So today we will be talking about social media and how it's affecting our lives.
Okay.
We have a question for you. So why do you think kids are so addicted to social media nowadays?
I think kids and even there's the little Clark kids. I think kids and even adults are addicted to social media because I think we all like to feel like we belong and we all like to feel like people like us, and I think social media gives us that. It gives us a feeling of like having a lot of friends and being involved in a part of something.
What's your opinion on like how it affects like little kids?
I think that I'm glad it wasn't around when I was younger in 6th grade because I think it puts a lot of extra pressure on kids to be a certain way or look a certain way or do a certain thing. So my personal opinion is that the later we can wait for all that, the better.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We're welcoming our Yorktown Middle School 7th grade girls, Ava, Addie, and Paris. We're going to be asking them some questions about how social media is addicting and affecting our lives.
So how do you think social media is affecting your lives?
I think social media is affecting our lives because a lot of people are on it and we're not really focusing on anything else besides social media.
I agree with her, and it's like affecting our schoolwork and like us getting bad grades.
I agree with both of them, but like you spend more time, like if you're on social media, your time goes by faster and you don't have time to like do your homework and stuff.
So why do you think social media is addicting?
I think it's addicting because you can like talk to people all over if you don't go to school with them or you don't see them.
I think it's addicting because like people think it's fun and they do it in their free time, so it's addicting.
I think it's addicting because you can do like anything on it, so it depends on what you think's addicting and what you like. So you can do like racing games and it makes you addicted to it.
We're watching our Straight Out of 6th grade news, and go subscribe to Shannon Regal. For the information about social media and how it's so addicting to kids. Next up, we have Veterans Day with Danny and his group. Hello and welcome to NBA News. Today we're going to be predicting what we think is going to happen in the NBA season. Alright, give players to watch and
Alright, to start this segment off, we are going to start with players to watch.
So, in my opinion, I think that the Clippers is the team to watch, especially with their new addition, shooting guard, Paul George, which I think is going to have another MVP candidate season. Also, can't forget the Clippers' new small forward, who they picked up in free agency, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi is the finals MVP of last year, after defeating the Golden State Warriors.
The player I think you should watch is Damian Lillard. After hitting that game winner against the OKC Thunder and taking his team to the Western Conference Finals, he should have another breakout season.
Now, this is who I think is going to win the NBA award. Right, so MVP. I think that Giannis Antetokounmpo will take this award by dominating the court and hopefully developing a jump shot. Now, Rookie of the Year is between Zion Williamson or Ja Morant.
Really, I think Ja is out of this competition. Zion is going to dominate the NBA.
Well, that is your opinion. And now, the 6th Man of the Year. This is obvious for me unless he gets injured. Lou Williams is going to easily take this award.
Yeah, that is easy unless the Clippers decide to start him, which will be very dumb because of his previous bench press performance.
Now, most improved player in my opinion is going to be Mark Bagley III. Since he is starting now, he is going to do something for his team. Lastly, Coach of the Year. This award is the best record pretty much, and I think that it will be Doc Rivers, the
the coach of the LA Clippers. Now that was all for today on NBA News. Out!
Alexander for that incredible information.
Next up, we have Presley and the Dangerous Halloween Candy.
Hi, I'm Presley, and this is the segment of the dangers of Halloween candy. Many kids have heard the story about razor blades being placed in candy, but that story is largely a myth. Many kids have heard the story about razor blades being placed in candy, but that story is largely a myth. Okay. Still, there are multiple reasons why Halloween night is one of the busiest nights for pollution control centers. Candy is most often a problem when a child has an allergy. Okay, no, keep going. Hurry up. Candy is most often a problem when a child has an allergy and accidentally ingests or comes into contact with an allergen. Other peanut and peanut dust and experience with anaphylaxis, a life-threatening allergic reaction that requires intermediate medical attention. This can result in death or brain damage from a lack of oxygen to the brain. Go. Another increasing concern, particularly in states where marijuana is legal, is kids that are getting their hands on candy or food items made with cannabis. With children, these products like gummy bears or brownies can quickly result in an overdose poisoning. Little bodies can require hospitalization. Children and parents alike may have difficulty differentiating between regular and marijuana-containing products, or they may drastically underestimate the concentration of cannabis in candies. Another common, potentially dangerous source of poisoning is in glow sticks. The use of these temporary light-up sticks, necklaces, or glow-in-the-dark items is often encouraged during Halloween. They make children more easy to see in the dark for both parents and drivers on the road. The liquids inside these items can be accidentally ingested, spilled onto skin, or released into a child's eye. They're not likely to be lethal. These can cause serious skin reactions, poisoning, or blindness.